Greetings, Patriots, Star Seas light workers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, again, like it says, I received some exciting news here yesterday, but I got going in a different direction, and I could not get it video done until this morning. But I was up early and frosty and ready to go, so I'm not going to keep you all in suspense anymore. The Vietnamese Dong, the Vietnamese have been bugging the IMF and the BSI to let them go with their RV. And that was just because they're just tired of waiting for Iraq to go. And the IMF yesterday afternoon, their time in Vietnam, which is 14 hours ahead, the IMF just allowed the VND, Vietnamese Dong, to push forward for the RV. Now, not saying when they're going to do it, but the IMF, BSI, has allowed them to go ahead and RV without Iraq. This, folks, is extremely exciting news. Now, where I am in the city that I'm in the East Kootenays, I went to the bank 2 days ago and asked them if there was any VND or Vietnamese Dong for sale. And the lady there said that it shows up on the screen that it is still for sale. So, if there's any other banks in your area that is in Canada, the United States, whatever, that is allowing the purchase of VND, I would highly recommend you go down and buy some, okay? Canada right now is 19,000 to 1. 19,000 Dong to $1. That's pretty easy math. In the States, it's like 25,000 to 1. That is really simple math to know that it doesn't take much to have a couple of million Dong in your portfolio. You know, when you think about stuff like that, a couple of days without Starbucks or any type of coffee, or suffering on something for a couple of days, it really isn't a hard choice for people that want to have some quick money. Because, and again, I want to say that this is happening, and I also, whether people or the naysayers or the people that doesn't believe in it, that's fine. You don't have to believe in it, and you don't have to be a part of it. I really don't care. I'm heavily involved in the foreign currency exchange. It's got nothing to do with the other RV that is happening, such as Nasera Jacera or any type of precious metal. These are all different forms of different type of incomes that are going to be coming in. Nasera Jacera is different from the foreign exchange. The foreign exchange is, again, different from the precious metals. Okay, there's also other investments that we can all make, which is not just the Iraqi dinar or the Vietnamese Dong. It's any currency in the world that is, it's just that the Vietnamese Dong, they're anxious. They went out and they not a month ago, gave their people, I believe it was 100,000 Dong for each and every person in their country. And that was a basic, huge jubilee for them. All right, so exciting news. Things are moving very, very close. And I think, if Vietnam is, wanting to exchange and get their money on the Forex, because the Iraqi dinar is on the Forex, but for some stupid reason, they still can't unplug that thing and give it the green light to give, and I quite frankly will say that although the Iraqi people are beautiful people, but when it comes down to being organized and very, very industrious, the Vietnamese people have them hands down. I have seen the industrial might of Vietnam, and I'll tell you, They are the reason why they're the VND, their money is going to revaluate at least, I'm thinking at least $3 to $6, anywhere inside there, because compare it up against the US dollar, which is the fiat dollar. But remember, if this RV does change, okay, and it will, and if people are holding Vietnamese Dong, I wouldn't get so overzealous by going in there right away or hitting a bank right away and say, oh, they'll maybe just offer you 1-to-1 or one, whatever. But that's fine. But I wouldn't go crazy about having millions of dollars in your account right away, because what are you going to be getting paid in? Are you going to be getting paid in fiat currency, which is the fiat dollar, which is the Canadian dollar or the US dollar or the British pound or the European euro? All that is worthless money. So you're going to be taking something that has been, that is valued, and then turn it into something that's not. So we have to, this is a very delicate obstacle course that we have to navigate our way through to get this thing up and running, to make sure that you and all the investors out there that have invested in Vietnamese Dong navigate your way through this thing carefully, because ultimately, I'm going to tell you what I would do. Okay, I might take a couple of million Dong and trade it 1-to-1, just so we have some money. And if we do that, then we can buy your time to wait for the RV, which will be a full-blown RV revaluation at that time through through redemption centers or whatever how they want to call it. Because remember, this is all military driven, and it will be a military oversight. And it will be, once it's, been basically in place, the military, yes, has control over the banks, but not control over your decision making on whether you want $1 back or $3 back, when this all comes. Now, the dollar is going to be revaluated into the gold-backed currency. That's what Trump is working with right now with Putin, because Putin is the basic leader. Xi Jinping also, whatever. But they are the leadership of the BRICS nations, which is all gold-backed currency. So that being said, Trump's been working very, very close with them, and it's all about the shit that's going on over here is keeping everybody distracted, looking that way, when all this stuff is being covertly done behind the scenes over here. And the reason why they're doing that is because they don't want to create hysteria. And again, speaking of hysteria, let's remember, patriots, this is vital, very vital. We do not live in the past. We do not live in the future. We live in the now. We can plan for the future in the now, okay? Now, these reptilians, they have been doing everything to distract us. And as we get closer, they will do all this stuff, such as the Charlie Kirk incident, which is all basically coming out now, CGI or some, incident or false flag platform. That was all developed either by them or by the White Hats to keep everybody's vibration down, okay? All these visual, that really, whatever was happening there wasn't something that people were jumping up and down for. So this is what I'm saying. We have to live in the now, keep our love and light high for everybody, and know that sending out vibrations right now, and if we do that collectively, we know that that's going to drive the reptiles crazy. The left is screaming and hollering about, right now, and I'm going to say right now, I'm going to be the first or last or whatever to say this, is that the left have a high DNA bloodline count of reptile or reptilian, okay? There are women I'm hearing now that knowing that the Tylenol of any sort does create and develop autism, okay? And that they had stuck that in the Tylenol a long time ago, especially for pregnant women. And there are the leftist women saying that I will eat as much Tylenol as I can to have an autistic child. Trump the other day just said with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that autism, through all the bullshit that's the left has been trying to stick in us, autism is now down to 12-1 in California. 12-1. So every 12 kids that are being developed or being raised, 1 out of every 12 develops autism. And that, from 1970 to what it is now, that went from 20,000 to 1. Now it's down to 12-1. That is man-made. So they're proving it now that the jab, the Kool-Aids, and all this other stuff that they've been feeding you is into that. And the leftists, which are the ghouls, they are the reptile bloodline, are doing everything to distract you, the beautiful patriots, Starseeds, light workers, freedom fighters, everybody that is in the know. They're doing everything to distract you, to keep your vibration down. And we have to stop that. What we want to do is remember is that these are not people or things that will be here amongst us in the near future. All they're doing is exposing themselves, and we should not be get psychologically involved or any type of physical or psychological involvement in these very low vibrating crazies. Okay, observe, don't absorb. Okay, this is extremely important. So I'm saying that the RV right now is on its way. It's going to happen. When they're talking stuff like this here, I know that the Vietnamese people and the administration there is very excited about getting things going, and they're tired of waiting around, because remember, the more that they hold these countries down that have signed into GSARA, which is 209 countries, the longer that does it, the more money it's going to cost that country. And people, especially in Vietnam, I want them to be the heroes of this planet, to say that, yes, we are the ones that kicked this whole RV off. And then once they go, and it's in the Forex, so we start moving monies, exchanging the Vietnamese Dong into even whether it be foreign currency or buying physical silver and physical gold, that's what I would recommend. I would just jump on that right away. Again, I might add, when I woke up this morning, I checked the silver price, and it was $45.21 American. That is over $70 an ounce Canadian. Okay, so this is how things are moving right now. They're moving in a positive direction, and I want everybody to do the same. We need to have everybody moving in the positive direction, and do not let these distractions bring down your vibration. I believe that the episode that's going on in BC with the ostriches, I think that's a scare tactic. And I think in the end, they're not going to cull these beautiful birds, and they'll be able to continue on. And I think it's just another distraction, like everything, like Charlie Kirk is a distraction. Everything out there is a distraction, whether it be the white hats doing it to cover up the RV and all the implementation of the Nasara, or it's the black hats trying to bring your vibration down. So let's stay focused, people, and stay in high vibration. Get out there. If you got some sunshine coming at you, get out there, sit in a chair, enjoy your coffee out there, and get some rays and do a little meditation, do a little barefoot on the ground stuff, get grounding, and enjoy the day, enjoy the life that is coming for us. Okay, start thinking about the beautiful things that you're going to be able to do, not just for your family, but for friends and things, just humanity in itself. Okay, anyways, God bless everybody, and we will see you on the next one.